this engagement. I pray, Father, that not only would you reign, but I pray that you would give wisdom, I pray that you would give outcomes, and I pray, Father, that you would open up avenues that have never been opened before. May we leave here knowing that we have consulted with you, and it's because of your grace, because of your presence, that we can find healing and we progress in the victory and peace that God affords.
Our program states address.
Can I say something with due respect before the program starts? Please, with due respect, my honorable mayor, my honorable minister, can I say something before the program starts? Can I be allowed to say something before the program starts?
But there's where you are allowed to say
No, it's
something.
not a question, per se. It's a concern. It's just a
Okay, let me give you.
Thank
Even
you.
though I'm overstepping my authority.
Thank you. Guys, my name is Grace Pule, by the way. I'm one of the committee for West Village. Can, with due respect, my comrade minister, allow Councillor Waitimu Labor to vacate this marquee? Waitimu Labor to vacate. We don't have a councillor when we issues regarding community. The councillor will say, what are you expecting me to do as the councillor? So can Waiti vacate and go to Boltonia and council?
All right. Sorry. There will be, in the program, there is where community is going to be given an opportunity to raise issues of concern. It can be issues of crime that we as the police are responsible. It can be issues of home affairs. It can be issues of Department of Mineral and Mineral Resources and Energy. It can be issues of cancer. We have the program. Let's respect the program. The councillor here, she is the MMC, elected MMC of Public Safety for Mohali City. Therefore, let's show respect to this program. The MMC is the program director for this occasion. Please, let's show respect. Over to you, MMC.
General. Bagolo, as the general has said, really community of Western. So for Honea Nonke Kopari, Tony Peng Minister and his dignitaries, Rehono Solva Matata Arnando. Right for Kalerella, Kalehona, depending at but now this is the time I call it Swadisane, Riskeranta. Thank you. Yeah. So our next in the item is playing of the anthem. Yokoba national anthem from the house. Hello.
Sorry. When the national anthem is sung, all men will remove their headdress. Officers, law enforcement officers in uniform, they know what to do, they salute. All men who are not in uniform, remove your headdress, and when this please remove, each and every man, remove your head, and when national anthem is sung, and nobody is allowed to move around. Where you are, you stand still. Where you are, you stand still when we sing the national anthem. Somebody must start the national anthem. It will be directed by our music, which will be singing national anthem. We are all allowed to follow, but in line with what the band will play. You are all requested, please, everybody where you are, please stand still. No movement. This is a national anthem. Please stand still. Everywhere you are, no movement. Camera people, media, please stand still. Thank you. Over to you.
City, Councillor Tyrone Gray, to give us the welcoming remarks.
Yeah.
Dumelang bagolo. Lekker. Bitte. Goeiemorgen. Good morning. Sanibonani. I have the grace to be given the welcome address. However, the mobilization of this in terms of gender-based violence and femicide isn't something to welcome. So this is a very difficult address for me. However, in terms of protocol, chaplain, program directors, Brigadier Lekolo, Sialabo, Kakale, Utseneng, invited divisional commissioners, the Provincial Commissioner of Gauteng, Deputy National Commissioners, heads of entities, the Acting Secretary of Police, the National Commissioner of SAPS, the Executive Mayor of the West Rand District, the MEC for Community Safety in Gauteng in absentia, the Deputy Minister of Police, Honorable Matale, the Minister for Home Affairs in absentia, Honorable Mutsaledi, and the Honorable Minister of Police, General Tele. The reality in South Africa is that we are all victims of crime. I personally don't know anyone that can say that they have never experienced crime in South Africa, either directly or indirectly. Not only do South Africans suffer from devastating crime rates, we also suffer from the fear of crime. The fear of crime can actually be just as debilitating as the trauma affected from a criminal experience itself. We also cannot rank crime. For instance, when we experience the trauma of crime, we each experience that trauma differently, and it is impossible to say that one crime is more traumatic than another crime. I would like to say, however, that the best locus of control in terms of keeping the community safe is the community themselves. And what we have seen mobilized in Mogale City over this week, in fact, I'm not even used to wearing a suit anymore because I've been in steel toes and overalls the whole time. But I'm actually quite impressed at the discipline that the residents of Mogale City exhibited. And going forward, we'd like to see more social cohesion and community empowerment programs so that we can keep our community safe. I would like to tell you a story of a crime incident that I myself found, and also the positivity that came from it. So I was studying at WITS, and I'd just written my econometrics mathematics 3 paper. I had then put my textbooks in my laptop bag, and I didn't have my laptop with me, it was just my textbooks. Then I was standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus to arrive, and this gentleman comes up to me and he's like, "Hey Taba, can I have a cigarette?" So I was like, okay. So I gave him a cigarette, but then he wasn't actually after the cigarette, he was actually after my laptop bag, thinking that there was a laptop in it. However, at that exact moment, he grabbed my strap, and I obviously fought back. But serendipitously, the bus had arrived, and the community across all the passengers in the bus actually came out, assisted me, and managed to safeguard my textbooks, because we all know textbooks are very expensive. And this spoke to the fact that the community is able to assist themselves in terms of protecting one another. We have to unify. I understand that in West Village there is a self-imposed curfew due to the issues facing the city in terms of crime and safety. And I would like to say that while there is the idea that this keeps the community safe, it has the unintended consequences of creating a vacuum in the area. So in terms of the welcome address, what I do welcome is the synergies that going forward we will have, not only in the spheres of government that need to stop operating as silos and start operating as a more collaborative, integrated and holistic program of action across all departments, across all 3 spheres. But I humbly implore the community to also take control and start empowering yourselves. I am here to support you, I am here to guide you, and I realize that we as a country are also hurting. So in the next 3 weeks, we will also be rolling out group therapy sessions. I will also be going under some of the therapy sessions of the scenes that I've had to intervene and witness this week. And I'd also like to do these same therapy sessions with the community as well. Notice will be given out. We'll be starting in West Village, and then we'll be doing the soothing sessions across Mogale City. I thank you, and may God bless South Africa.
Mr. Mayor. Our next item is purpose of the event. That will be rendered by Deputy National Commissioner, Lieutenant General Musikidi.
Motsamaiso wa mosebetsi, ha ke lebohe sebaka ntle le tshenyo ya nako, ke dumedise the Minister of Police in our midst, General Bekitele, the Deputy Minister, Ndate Matale, the Executive Mayor of Mogale City, Ndate Gray, the Provincial Commissioner wa Gauteng mona, Ndate Elias Ukaimolao Mawela, Moemedi wa Civilian Secretariat, Ndate Ntuli, invited divisional commissioners and the representatives of divisional commissioners, the Provincial Commissioner of Correctional Service, Advocate Moyeketsi, Moemedi wa Home Affairs ho tswa Ntlokgolo, Ntate Matthews, baemedi bohle ba di-departments tsa government tse re sebetsang le tsona, le kemedi ya setjhaba, all deputy provincial commissioners here present, provincial head, DPCI, crime intelligence, Muruti, a re buletseng mosebetsi ona letsatsing la kajeno, le baruti bohle kapa baemedi bohle ba faith-based organization, CPF, provincial and local, all stakeholders, but most of all the distinguished guests, our communities. Setjhaba sa West Village seo re leng mona ka sona letsatsing la kajeno le hlomphehile. Beng ba ka, dumelang. Good morning. Dumelang. That's better. Mayor, with the community, I can assure that we are welcome. Thank you very much. Mtsamaiso wa mosebetsi, ke hlompho ho nna to be part of the events of this nature, the Imbizo. Haholo because today, lebaka-baka leo re leng mona ka lona cannot be overemphasized. The significance of this event, most importantly, during this time of the year, the August month, where we all come together to make a noise, to fight for our space, to fight for the freedom and full freedom of women, where we are saying gender-based violence and femicide should be something of the past. Today we're in West Village and surrounding areas. We came and gathered together to engage, to discuss, to find the way of solving the problems. Really get up in, re utlwile dillo, re mametse pitso. Ebile re utlwisisa ka botebo maikutlo a lona. Ketapele e tlile hobane e nka pain ya setjhaba e le pain ya rona. Your pain is our pain. Your challenges are our challenges. Re bone ebile re utlwile what happened around here. We have also saw on the social media platform, on a media, traditional media and otherwise, say it's highlighting around West Village. Community members, it indeed not take a lot of convincing for the Minister of Police and the leadership of the South African Police Service to gather in this fashion. The plans were in place to come and address the communities. But the recent incident fast-tracked this engagement. The gruesome incident that is regrettable to this country, another violence against women. We have seen 8 women amongst the many being sexually violated by allegedly illegal minors, commonly known as zamazamas. Ke ka hona re eme re leketa pele hore ha re tleng tafoleng ya dipuisano le ditherisano, where we can collectively find the ways of releasing and relieving this community of West Village and surrounding areas. Community representatives engaged since the wake of what happened. That is why we have collectively came with other departments, such as the Department of Home Affairs, that has the duty to ensure that those that are not legal in the country are deported back to their countries. The Ministry of Home Affairs is passionate about enforcing and ensuring that it deals decisively with illegal foreigners. Foreign nationals are welcome in our country, but they must be here legally and have a legal and legitimate documents to be in the country. All structures that are here today are going to be listening to you, are going to be engaging, are going to be providing answers and responses as you ventilate, but we ventilate progressively to make sure that when we leave this place, we are all satisfied and we all know what is it that should be done next. Similarly, the Minister of Police and the management, as always, has been engaging, has been participating in platforms such as this to give an opportunity, to give an ear and listen to the communities. The West Village and its surrounding, as far as it matters, policing matters to the Minister of Police. We have committed as the country that in 2030, all will be free. Women and children will walk the streets freely. That is why we will continue to engage, to find that space, and to come and listen to you towards experiencing what you are experiencing and finding solutions of what is happening. That is why we are here today. We want to build the nation that is free of crime. That is why we are here today. Without any further delay, I will encourage each and everyone here today to make use of this opportunity to ventilate progressively, respectfully, so that the leadership can take note of our challenges around this community that is happening on a daily basis. I am looking forward to deliberations that are important to the agenda of today. Kia leboha. Thank you very much. Let us talk. Harry Bueng, Release Sharp. Thank you, Program Director.
Okay, kia leboha, Lieutenant. The next to follow is the CPF Provincial Representative, Mr. Masemola. Mr. Masemola, or the local CPF rep from the Krugersdorp sector. Okay.
Good morning, everybody. I'm not going to go through all the lists of people to say each specific person, but thank you very much for inviting me up here to speak to you people. What I would like to say is I've prepared a short speech here, and what I would like to mention is Krugersdorp, like many other towns around the country, is currently experiencing extremely high levels of crime. Although the CPF is working hand in hand with SAPS to combat crime, our local police station is grossly under-resourced. As it stands now, the whole Mogale city only has 4 fist-pulse SAPS vehicles to service the community of Mogale. Given the area they need to service, as well as the current Zama problem, our local policing authority does not have sufficient resources to attend to all the complaints timelessly, nor to be able to do visible policing, which is essential for curbing crime. All CPF sectors in Pretoria, in Krugersdorp, are alive and well and actively patrolling the areas, but without the support of SAPS, this is in most cases futile. Our patrollers are also responding to the dangerous incidents of crime, sometimes putting their own lives at risk to do so. The latest incident in West Village is by no means an isolated incident, as the Zama's concerns have been raised on numerous occasions over the period of many years. Unfortunately, the pleas for help from both the Krugersdorp SAPS and the CPF has fallen on deaf ears. Furthermore, Krugersdorp has seen a massive increase in both drug-related problems as well as the homeless in the community, which then also leads to more incidents of crime. We have also been made aware that the station's detectives are under-resourced, which in turn leads to many cases not being finalized or even followed up on. As Krugersdorp CPF, we hope that the latest and unfortunate incident at West Village highlights the dire need of additional resources for Krugersdorp SAPS and will draw attention to the difficulties that are being faced with crime fighting in our town. We strongly condemn any act of gender-based violence and urge the Minister to assist not only us but the community of Mogale City as a whole by allocating more resources to Krugersdorp SAPS as a matter of urgency. We are grateful for the Zama task team that has been established, but we request that the task team be made a permanent fixture in Krugersdorp to assist SAPS in eliminating the Zama problem. This will free up resources as Krugersdorp Police Station to focus on crime and the drug-related issues. I thank you all.
Thank you, Chairperson. Our next in the program is Executive Mayor of the Western District, but standing in for him is MMC from the district. MMC, it's your pleasure.
Good morning, everybody. Siyabona, goeiemorgen. Dumela. I just want to take this opportunity and say to each and every one of you, welcome here. You know, we're going through a rough time in our lives. All over us, there's crime. All over us, our lives are in danger. And that's why we all depend on these people that's sitting in front of us. And I'm glad that the Minister made time, and especially on a Saturday, to come and visit us here in West Village. I just want to say to all of you, you are the people that is on ground level. You are the people that must take hands together and fight against crime. It's my privilege to welcome Our Excellency Minister Becky Kelly, the Deputy Minister, all the commissioners, our Mayor from Merafong, and my humble apology for our Mayor at the WRDM that could not be here due to some personal matters and problems. And for that, I welcome each and every one of you. Welcome, Minister.
Thank you, MMC. We are now on the community engagement, and we will have the response from the panel. After, can we questions, or can we take questions or input before the address by the Minister of Home Affairs? Ma'am, with the white cap. Yes.
From Manzamville. Minister.
Hello, Sisi. Can we do this? Can I have 5? And then what you do, you introduce yourself and where you're coming from. And I'll take another 5. From this side, 5 from this side. 5. Can we come this side? 5. Yeah. Can we have 5 on this left hand? And then only 5, please, people.
Can I request, can everybody go back to your seats? Oh, they are here already. Thanks. Ma'am, Austin Colin, can you go back to your seat, please? You are on this side. Give the mic to the person, please. Yeah. Only these people on the side will be the first person.
Over to you, ma'am. Hello, Ceci. It's your turn.
You must remember that you're allowed to move if you need to.
But I use my mother tongue because
If you want to, if you feel the need to.
Can you please allow me to use my mother tongue?
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
Just keep the line.
Afsheni. Jani. Okay. I'm one of the victims here in Wasrand. Vito ra mina I Lorraine Maumani. Nun'wana a nga twisiwa ku vava a Westland. Hi ti 19 ta July. Ni ngheneriwe andlwini Findown. N'wana wa mina I le ku lwela ka vutomi bya yena exibedhlele. Hambiloko ni nghena nga swi koti ku vona ku ni mana yena. Swi le ku ni twiseni ka ku vava I khale kha hi lwisa mhaka ya tizamazama a Westland. Loko vitaniwa maphorisa wa hina ma uniform ma hi feyila ni vona maphorisa mo tala a ma teka mali. Loko ma vitaniwa ma teka mali. A hi swi koti no report-a ti-case ta serious ku loko u report-a xilo maphorisa ma hina ma hetelela ma ya ku xavisa ku Lorraine yi vule leswi. Ni hetelela ni va victim today mina ni ve victim hi leswi loko ni nga swi tiveki n'wana wa mina sweswi a nga swi tivi ku ni mali yini loko ni nghena
Dumelang bagolo. Lebitso la ka ke Moti Madida, ke tswa Manzamville. Ne ke kopa minister ko Manzamville. Ne ke kopa mapodisa ko Manzamville. Mapodisa ko Manzamville mabane ne re ditse shutdown minister. Lu tlile botlhoko minister, mapodisa a tlile late. Maybe mayor ne ke le teng ke moditse mayor. Re ditse shutdown mapodisa gayo. Zange ra assistiwa ke mapodisa re ne re le community really one there re ikemetse mara mapodisa na le teng minister e nngwe gape ko Manzamville ne re kopa police station ele ya Manzamville ele e lokisiwe minister tshitsitsweng ele gape minister ne ke kopa Nzemvili, harita rito reporta di case. Ish, Rayama minister hote, vene hayo iwane, harito hurile koka ila kehilo fata la minister. Nere kupa minister, di vene di nere available like kona minister. Koma Nzemvili rituhile, remofie. But nere kupa ma polisa, basi bule ko patrol, rakupa minister. Twe, dalebo.
Kanina ke councillor Reni Moeketsi wa Ward 24 in Mansfield. Re na le ditletlebo tse dingata.
Councillors are government. They should be giving response, not asking questions. This councillors, sit down, sit down. Government is meeting the people here. And there are 3 levels of government. The national government, provincial government, and local government. So, it's no use for the government to stand here and ask government a question. Councillors should be providing answers, not coming and ask. So, I expect no councillor to ask questions. I expect councillors to provide answers.
From Mahalisburg, CPF under Mahalisburg SAPS. Kialeboha, Minister Hautlile, Nzerella, Restates Huraka Kopalwena. Kineketa Kopo, the very same situation as a Halamoka Hiso Moes village. Renalona Komahalis, there is a Mazamas. Honali mine is a Saberikinko. There's a Mazamas a day. Many years, only the case setting at a rape, it's a murder. Leonani, as we speak, there's a Mazamas are there. Some of them but having from here to Mahalis. And then the other issue, Minister, as Kiberekali Sapse Mahalis, Kekopa intervention, Koma Halisburg police station, Rashot, Habana resources. Hoshota Gari Vene, Mapolisa Ashota, sometimes Harina serious issue, Divene Hati. So, Kupa your minister for Kikupa the very same into Eli more. Likoma Halisi, what I talk, Harry Pili Saifi, Rizola Monin to Eli, Harina Dictator, especially Runabombe. Repilarisu Ganago to Baricota, Lugorin Tung, Repilarisu Sorokopahore. Very same thing it's a Western Tayo, Kilifit so that you can get rid of these Amazamas. I thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Queen Ngope. I'm from the West Village Committee. I would like Minister to base this question to our CPF. As they said, they are our CPF. West Village doesn't have a CPF. Minister, can you please help us to ask the CPF, the chairperson, what is happening with the CPF that is supposed to be working in West Village, as we don't have anyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My name is Grace Bully. Minister, let me thank you and your team for coming here. Point number 1, West Village, we don't have a councillor. I'm repeating it again. When engaging the councillor will ask you, what are you expecting me to do? When engaging the councillor on issues relating service delivery. Previously, we were without electricity for 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I personally phoned the councillor to say, here's the problem that needs the councillor to come and address the community. When you ask the councillor a question that is in relation to service delivery, he blocks you. That's my point. The councillor will block you so that you don't have access to the state phone that is using. And number two, I'm so disappointed, Comrade Minister, to this man in blue. Our subs are visible here. Subs is visible. I can assure you that. But they are here to collect your job. I once saw a white Nissan. I believe those people who were driving the white Nissan in front of my gate are private investigators. What they did, they took this bag of cents that these Zamazamas are carrying. 2 days, in my room, there's a house that Zamazama is happening. They were there to sell the cent. They are saying they are taking the cent to the Zamazamas and sell it to other Zamazamas. That's what Men in Blue is doing in this village. Thank you, my leader. Please, I'm pleading with you. We are enough. We are enough. The mayor is now the councillor for this ward. If anything happens, phone the mayor. The mayor will be here in 2 minutes. Phone the councillor. Councillor is not available to take issues that are relating to service delivery. Previously, as the councillor, he was saying he was being sabotaged because of the administrators by then. The question that I'm asking now is in power. Is the councillor and I'm still responsible for it. What is it that the councillor is doing for this village? I want the councillor to come forward and tell the West villagers what is it that he's doing for this village. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Andrew Saselkoen. I'm a homeowner in West Village. I bought my house 10 years ago. There was a train station, or there is a train station here, but it doesn't work because the Zamas stole all the cables from here until Fortsburg. Up until Cartonville, there's no trains running, only petrol or diesel trains. We can't use public transport. We have taxis, but the closest taxi is the highway to Krugersdorp. Then we have to take another taxi. That's one thing. If we call police, then we are being told there's no vehicles, there's no feet on the ground. But when I look today, there's plants, there's police carrying plants around. But there's never police to assist, to protect or serve us. When we call, there's nothing. When they come out, actually, they stay inside their vans. They refuse to climb out of their vans because it's cold. They don't even open cases. This is the kind of service we get from police. We waste our airtime trying to call them. What is the purpose of the men in blue if they don't even deliver anything? They are more corrupt. They are only getting money from the Zamas. That is what they are doing here. They're coming to the village to collect money. They don't catch Zamas, they collect money from Zamas. That's it.
and which is what about the Mazamazama, but no what's happening to go there. How too much on the in this place. No what's happening to go there. In the meantime, our lawyers are coming on Nakapaka about how about it. Repella under the Yabo. So I get to hold the Hotel Sahalayan. Number two, and the work Minister or Uma Face. Can I look at the Uma Face and personal? Uma Face idea, Paria Verega Quansu, currently can employ. I give a idea, Pumalanga Quansu. I see you in a company, a Sangaka company. So I give a police station where I can kids. I give you to get there. Good advice. Thank you all.
Sanbonan, ikama munomonde owakwaMfukeni. Baba Makai, ngize kuwena mina Cele. Ngize kuwena Makai. Nginenkinga Baba Makai. Inkinga yami yokuqala amaphoyisa apha adeliver amaphenduka la ekhaya. Ala khona la iphinde ibe ukuthi iphoyisa lakho na ulifonele lokutshela ukuthi ke ena asinabo amaveni. Namhlanje ngisihwele nginje ngabiza iambulance ngo10 ebusuku ngishaywe istroke. Ayifikanga iambulance baze bangitshela ukuthi ngamane ngirecord ikhona ngoba ngeke bakwazi ukufika ngoba iphoyisa lithi alinamoto. Yimbi le ndawo kaMagana siphelezela ingane ekseni nakufanele ziye esikolweni. Ngabiza iambulance amaphoyisa bekufuneka escort iambulance ayingeni iambulance la ekhaya baba. Si escort ingane njalo ekseni kufanele sigibele ibhasi la. Ngenxa yokuthi sisaba abo superman. Mina ngeke ngithi zama ngoba nginenkinga nalelo gama. Sisaba abo superman. Hayi ingane ziyaphelezela. Siyadlwengulwa uyindoda umfazi kuyafana. Bamagana ziningi inkinga zakuhlala ekhaya ayodwa ngoba namanje angazi ukuthi kufanele ngiqale ngiyephina ngikhuluma ngoba kuningi baba kuningi kwenziwa ilama blue jackets engiwabona phambi kwami namhlanje. Asiwazi futhi bona ngifuna ukutshela nje iqiniso bamagana noma ungabuza muphila labantu abaphambi kwethu akakhona oyedwa simazi laba sibaziyo nizanga nabo abekho la bamagana. Ngicela ukuthi ungisize babamagana ukuthi uqoqe le police station yakho ngiyibiza isiphaza shop. Ngicela ungiqoqele yona bathathe bonke ukusuka kubaba uyogcina ngaloya ukorobhani uyobaphonsa kwenye indawo usitholela abasha.
Direction. Ke kopa baba na di grievances tse ding ba kwale mole and then ke tlo tsaya another 5 from this 5 from here just 5 and ke kopa re bue nkanyane because letsatsi le le teng. Alright. Gate go na le complaint desk kwa ya service delivery. Come on. For service delivery issues. Ke go ba batho ba 5, not more than 5. Ke go ba 5 ba khona le khona go ita. Bani duting for fatilis kelat. Rinka ba fail. Ene ke kopa le be short ba kholo ne wa taya.
Dumelang bagolo ya dumedisa o ene mobile ke Clement Ramatsuma from Krugersdorp Taxi Association. Bongata ba lona la nkitsi fana. Bereka rot. Didingata dilo tsa. Rona di taxi operators ra di bona. Re di bon mara gona ntwe tsa ga ona way forward. Re tamela gana no re thanks. Thank you. Go ba sa di ba 8. Because ka be sibona. Ka be le tiyo fa. Litula la ha lu ba hali. Basadi ba 8 ba ba re fileng fa. Hey, go botlhoko ba golo. Dilo tse re di bonang mo a re a siamela setšhaba sa rona ebile ga re di batle. Thuso ga re kry everywhere, ga re kry thuso fa. Every day ke a renka nna ke taxi driver, taxi operator, ke a renka ke a di bona mo tseleng. Basadi ba rapiwa ga o stakile fa o tšhentšha letaere ba fitlha go zama ba tsa mosadi wa gago ba tseya wena wa rapiwa. A ke bophelo na re boleleng ga le le batho ba ba tona re boleleng gore re bereke jwang. What is our way forward? Re etsa yang, re kopana le lona yang, re etse eng re boleleng ka tšhebe le tlora bona So Kanando, Kunali 3 years already shut down. We are going forward. We are not done. Tomorrow, Western as a whole, Bravanza everywhere. South Africa is allowed. You can come. Arena resisting, Harina eating. Produce Matakalahahu, I want to Huena Udumene to Hula, South Africa. In Saliban Bilitahahu. Romo Wande, Rosa Bota, Uresa Bota, Retoranayakat. Rebaturia Pil, Ahuna Uri, when out of Malawi, Utwazim Pale, Urutagokai, Hibelekia, Little Ratamara, what was some what? Balor Titayan. Rabut, Balor Titayan is disappointed. Matagaro Atamina. Toto Sego Ferretes Satama Hante. It ends now.
Thank you.
Colin, excuse my sister, can you at least resharpen the 2 minutes for Rifebabana?
Program Director, please do not intimidate me as yet. Do not dictate to me what I should say and how I should say it. With all due respect. We've been failed community because we are told Nako Enyan. There is no Nako Enyani today. My apologies if I seem rude, but with me I carry the emotions of the masses that are offended by the officers that you are serving. We've been failed, we've been saying things over and over and over again. Imbizo namhlanje. But has there been change in South Africa? Minister akaqali to listen to people. It seems as if when they say Imbizo, they think that we will be fooled as communities. That they will say now, oh, sizakwenza kunini usenza kungekhonto ebonakalayo. South Africa has become a playground for criminals because people that are in office have forgotten that they serve the people. Their slogan, City Patu Pili. Have you ever been put Pili as a community? It is up to us, community, to change the status quo of South Africa, because these problems are not only unique at West Village. The entire South Africa is crying. The minister has been called throughout the province, throughout the nation, because of one thing, crime. We've got the best laws in paper, but the problem is implementation. The problem is execution. The problem is repercussions. Because there's nothing ayenzekayo to police that are in the wrong and not serving the communities. There's nothing that is happening to them. Kubako a protocol that needs to be followed. Even when there's a video that is showing a policeman taking a bribe, they will tell you about the protocol, that there is due process. But there was no due process when the police was away. Babundos, okubuhlungu is that the police, they do these things wearing a proud uniform of the state. How disgusting! That is disgraceful. They're using the state's resources for themselves. they will serve, they will protect the community, but no, they give us on the silver platter. I will tell you about the incident that happened to me. I went to the police station because I was held at gunpoint in my house for refusing entry to someone that I didn't know. I rushed to the police station. When I got to the police station, I was told, bring the name and the address, which means I must go to the person that said I will kill you and say, oh sir, ngifuna igama lakho ne-address yakho so that bazokubamba. When I got home, people that were staying in my backyard, they came before I could even get out of the car. But mama re go kopa hle o ska ya police station. Na go o le ko police station ba phone mo ba re hona le motho addressing eso o tlo yetsa case. These are our police. Another sad thing is that when you do a case, when you report a case, and you're thinking, at least I've been heard, after 7 days you get a message that says all leads, all possible leads followed. Followed where? When there's no investigation that has been done. Where? Which is the question. A process to form a policeman, any tatayo baba yeyipi. Do you just take people because they need jobs? Or do you look at a certain criteria in order to put a police and serve abantu? The training process of the police. I'm so sorry to those honorable policemen, but I'm a police away to Adiniwe. They are tired, they can't even run. We need to go back to basics if we want to fix this country. We need to call a spade a spade. They're saying that we should not say Abesutu. We should say Ozamazam. We have the Mozambicans that are not hurting people. We've got the Malawians that are not hurting people. But we've got Abesutu that I can't even like them to animals because it is an insult to an animal kingdom. And if we say Abesutu bayasihlukumeza, we are not being xenophobic. We are not being tribalism. We are just correcting and reprimanding wrong. It's not only the police that is failing us. South Africa, let us be fair. Sometimes imithwalo siyithwaliswa kodwa to police, and yet they are overwhelmed because other departments get away with it. The Department of Home Affairs, osisi bethu, they are married, bangazazi, because of the failures of the Department of Affairs. The Department of Affairs, let's say kungena ibus ezi-50 per day, and yet kuphuma umuntu oyi-1. How? La 50 ibingenile uyijogile na ihambile na? Did you check? Did you do thorough investigation? No. Kulo bus A50, you find that there's 15-year-olds. How can you allow a 15-year-old coming into a foreign country unaccompanied? Because then that means you are opening and you are opening an environment for a crime in the country. A 15-year-old, this child does not even have a bank account in his hometown, but uza South Africa, you allow people to open businesses as in hair salon. Who says we can't do hair? Who said we cannot be hairdressers in South Africa? And when you address these things, you are labeled xenophobic. It is high time that every department you step up now. Kudala amapolisa in the wrong, and yet the entire country is Namhlanje we come here, we scream, yeah, yeah, yeah. You are also at the wrong. You are the one harboring these criminals. Abahlali police station ababantu, bahlala nathi. They stay with us. You don't find them in the back room of the minister. But then you start pointing at the minister and call out his failures. The problem with us, as a people, we don't know who we are. We don't know who our enemies are. We don't know our environment. If we can know these three things, we will be able to change a lot of things. And then there's a Department of Minerals. It is so unfortunate Ubabu Gwede Mandasha is not here. Because then, personally, I want him to explain, is it financial suicide to him now, ukuvala these shafts? Why does he not close the mining shafts? Because these crimes have been reported back in the days. Because my research was based on the research that was done by other people way back. Why did he not close the mining shafts? And why is he not holding the mining companies responsible? Because I will tell you, as poor people, you are always at the receiving end. And they come, get a vote, and tell you how they're going to change your lives. It is enough, South Africa. Wake up. It is enough. And maybe we should even call our dear president to come and account Yanakala, to have a cabinet that does not serve people. We need leaders that are deeply rooted and embedded in the principles of Ubuntu. I am because you are. If our leaders can revert back to basics, bazazi, basukapi bangobani, then they will understand that nasendlini kuye isezawuza. But right now we've got people that are sitting in leadership positions that speaks from the position of comfortability and strength. They don't feel the pain when I oivayo. They don't care about the pain that you hear. It's enough. Baba Sertel, we plead to you. The police, yes, have done so much, and for that we are so grateful. We are very much grateful because we had seen a difference. I'm sure people at the zero, are you guys here? People at the zero, you are dreaming today, aren't you? You are able to sleep because we could not sleep at zero. The whole night, when are they coming to your house? So for that, Baba, I honestly do want to say thank you. But can there be consistency? The pressure that you had put in today, let it be the beginning of changing the entire South Africa. It's not nice to us to hear that a black man cannot govern. Baba, you know that you can govern. I know that you can govern. Let us change it. Work with the community. Work with us to change it. We are willing to work with you. We are willing. We want to work with you. The police, not all of them are on the payroll of the Zamazamas. Not all of them are criminals. We've got good policemen. Ubabu Klaba is one of them. As much as Kutwa Makashliswe, he is one of them. There is not even a single case that I had reported Ubabu Klaba that he does not attend to. Umvusa ngo one episode uyavuka. Colonel Rapolo them. They serve the community. So please, let us work together. Amandla!
Good morning or good day. My name is Davis Rojani. I'm a youth and community activist. I have devoted my life by being in the forefront, not for now or for publicity, for the sake and the future of this country, especially for Wanabak, for my children. Minister, the reality is that we are not here in a concert or in a talk shop. Issues raised here is more than the incident that is in rape. Every day people are dying. Ask that here. We need bulletproof, we need guns. The men and women in blue, they must go all live like they've been all live since. We know where these people are hiding. Even now as we are seated here, we know where they are. Yesterday we were conducting operation here in West Village. The community were busy burning their grass and car. That's the municipality failed to go over to because they want to wait for tender just to take paraffin. They want to put it on tender, whereas that is a hiding place for these criminals. That is a failure from the municipality by not providing ensuring environment is safe for tomorrow. If you want to see change, Minister, or commitment from you, I will expect to have address or the commissioner of Western Railway Station commander rotate the reason I'm saying so is because of those they are comfortable. They have created network a syndicate where they benefit. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. We've seen it happening. And we're not saying all the police are corrupt. The division within SAPS is a casualty to society. Those who are corrupt, the criminals are wearing the uniform of police. These are the moral criminals that we have. And our system is so corrupt. It is a body. The minister of minerals because he was supposed to be here in terms of rehabilitation, in terms of environment, how not only Western, most South Africa. He went to other communities and get about Arototimi. The Minister of Home Affairs, as much as Aliga for illegal immigrant act, respect about the leaders in because of all the operations the people that we Rabacho police station, tomorrow they will be released because of what charge about illegal immigrant, and we know the law. But of 1,000 bail they will be coming back to the same community. Now very victim. We are not afraid of death. And as a community, the process and activities we will be conducting, there's no crime there. That is actually community policy. And let us unite all areas, Soweto, Pakistan, the entire house, all affected communities. Let us stand up, united, and continue this operation. Because we are seated here, we know this is a ticking box exercise by SAPS. Tomorrow we won't see results. Let me tell you the honest truth. We won't see results. They'll be saying, give us space and have the patience. We can't have the patience whereas women and men have been raped and killed on a daily basis. There's nothing wrong. There's no crime created. We've never banned anyone, we've never banned any property amount. Actually, what we've been doing as a community, even though it's then Minister, our policy is direct, but And within our community, yesterday we are still pleading. If you know you've rented your property out to these people, please make sure before you get a drastic action. And those who've been provided RDP houses, because I'm speaking also to the municipality, those that the government has given them RDP houses, can you please go and demolish them or take them and give them to we are sending a strong message. We are sending a very, very strong message. Because crime is only for the littlest community to participate. You are putting more young girls there than one hour, but on the rape because of the challenge. Boroto Reka, Banzima Hofa. And the mayor, please, Minister was disturbed when he said the councillor must not speak. In the communities we are from, let me be precisely and speak on behalf of those, because of we do have one councillors, I want to test team. Because one thing we don't want in this community, we said we'll stand up and fight for ourselves, not for political scoring or whatever. We said we will unite based on issues that are affecting us. But the task team you undermine the councillors, mayor, putting out your councillors who are not even residing but nobody are not affected. Undermine the councillors who are there on the ground on daily basis. That not even forming part of the briefing, the minister, not even forming part of giving the extra feedback of what are the challenges in Salamwa. We are actually dividing the council, we are actually dividing the community, because we fail to reprimand the leaders. The MMC who seated there, everything one issue. When operations happen, they fail to mobilize the community, but let us fight for 1, 2, 3, because they want to happen, but everything. All councillors, minister, they must raise issues, because not every community member can actually but allow councillors to express. In your briefings, you must check what by what the councillors did now. But if you only find certain councillors from a specific political party, but not like that, we are doing this, it's not anything, we will never see change. Actual learning, operation, the Kahari Chaser. And another minister, will lead in the forefront. We will show you the shaft by picking of what's on it. Far from As a community, everybody shafting them, the rest of the pain and my police are tar. They don't go by the time, returning the folk, but what I want to say, we are not xenophobic. Even in the Polisot, or the camera kids. We are not we only want foreigners who are legal. If this are we are here only to defend our democracy, because people died for this democracy. And the gains of this democracy through the act of terrorism. The people who are benefiting from these illegal miners, they are there. Overseas, we know people, the mine shaft is they know the mine system operator through this Amazon, but they are comfortable, they don't care. But to receive the mine system, mining right, the rehabilitation, all the mining companies that never rehabilitated the mine stable, they must be held to account for the climate intake. That's the extra commitment that must happen. Then to the unity of the people of Mohana City and the community steady joining outside. Let us keep the fire burning until international society sees the crime in our community. Amanda!
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Ke Johanna Moralo. Ntatekele. Ka COVID ne gona le COVID ka masole mo. Gore ba tlo thiba mowa. Gona nonyana go tshadi thunya. Go tlhokagala masole. Masole ha tle mo lefatsheng. Mapodisa a rona a signile contract gore ba tlo sebetsa. Ba file mosebetsi gore ba wetse. Aba wetse mosebetsi wa bone. Ha re claim go di police station. O kre o ya go le bosigo. Ha o kre thuso. Gona le ntho engwe go di sector. O tla ntse o buka dipotso. E tsengena go shwe motho. Mapodisa a take action. Tatakale ke kopa o ba tseye. Batho ba hao o ba traina gape. Ke kopa o ba tseye. Ke kopa leadership ya rona is very poor. That is why dilo di etsahala ka mokgwa etsahalang ka teng. Enough is enough ntatekele. Ke kopa gore maponisa a reke mosebetsi wa bone to the fullest. Ha kgwedi fela ba gola. Mare ba dutse ya re ba bitsa ga ba attending matter until somebody die. So re kopa gore go skailwe mabatho go na nonyana go eme masole le maponisa ba etse mosebetsi wa bone. Ka lebo.
Sanibonani. Igama lami Imbizo Khalid. Dina 20 years ngihlala le Western. Ngathenga indlu. Mi first born yami yayina 9 years. Manje ina 32 years, ina 34 years. Minister Bekicela ndikuhloniphe. Ndiyabulela ngokuza kwakho apha. Because singomama siveka buhlungu. Sikiveka buhlungu if bendine mali ngendingekho apha ngendambile ndayishiya landlu yami. Because nge-31 sikaMarch ndibuye emsebenzini hlika phaa e-power station hlika eteksini. Wena bhuti yoqhuba iteksi ndiyabulela ukuthi ukhona because iteksi zenu ezisuke eKrugersdorp eziye-Randfontein sometimes azifuni ungena nge-West Rand. Bangikhuthuzile because abafunanga undingena nge-West Rand. 31 March past 5 ndihlika phaa e-power station. Ndiyeza ndiyahamba net ka ndijika ngapha e-power station ene futhi ndirelaxile. Nanku umuntu evela ngesidubulo ndiphethe ibheke ndiphethe isambreni. Wakhupha isidubula ndamnika ibheke ndiseve impilo yami. Nakho baba ubheka icela ndive ukuthi uthi nefone une-ID. Ifoni yami ilahlekile ne-ID yami ilahlekile. Futhi kunabantu abathethe into abangayaziyo. Umuntu athi kuthiwe at least urepe ngabantu abayi-1. Mna umama nitheka ngingena ndikhala wathi mntanami at least abakubulalanga. Uyaphila. Sukhalela ibheke, sukhalela ifoni uzasifumana. Ndisifumene ifoni, ndifumene i-ID ndazifumana. Ndicela into ezintathu. First thing, thetha nabantu beteksi basifake West Rand ngoba sinawuyeka ungasisebenzi. Esibini, thethani nabantu be-ambulance base-Krugersdorp abangene khona ngoku sizawubuza abane-emergency uzawuthini? Uzawubiza abantu bazaqala ukuthi ubiza amapolisa. Amapolisa aqala ukuthi thina sisebenzini ne-ambulance uzothini? Eyesithathu, asikwazi uyaphi ndifuna edrophini khona ngoku izola ndithengelanga ndizoyanga ntoni ngoba ii-Uber ziyayala ungena ziyayala. And then meneer, ek wag nog vir my water. Ek het nog nie water in die huis. Ek wag nog steeds. Jy kan nog gaan en gaan kyk. Die water loop soos 'n dam in my. Ek kan niks doen. Want ek save my ma en my kinders. Ek vra asseblief. Bel jou departement dat hulle iets doen. Vanoggend, ek moet wag tot 8 uur. Die water ek moet buite gaan en die emmer gaan kry en die water in die huis. Asseblief. Ek vra asseblief. Jy ken my, en jy het my storie en Nicole ken my storie. Asseblief. Ek vra die help. En babu babitel, ngiyabulela kakhulu. Ngibulela kakhulu inhliziyo yami ibuhlungu kule ndawo ngikuyo. Umama useCarlton uthe kahambe akaziphisa. Ngoba silale ebusuku, asilali. Ene mnandi ngumuntu active. Bendivuka ekseni, ndiphuma apha ndibaleke, ndingumuntu obaleka icomrade. Baleka icomrade ezi-9. Mara bokangikwazi ndawuyaphi, bazandibamba inkunzi. Andikwazi uhamba. Umuntu abakhona ngokwesisimo, funeka ndimkhaphe every day nangoku usemsebenzini, funeka ndiandifonele, ndimlande apha. Okumara okusalayo, ndiyabulela nge-effort oyenzileyo and nexesha olenzileyo. Mina andizuthetha ipolitiki, andizuthetha ntoni, ndicela nethi incedo. Ndicela incedo, i-politician yaseKrugersdorp iyazazi yona. Iyazazi, andifundisa ngayo, kum ayikho, because ndendovula icase, bathi kum, nihlala nabo mos. Nihlala nabo, nangojonga endlini yam, andinabozamazama, nihlala nomamam, nabantwana basekhaya, ngoba I'm a single parents. So, iKrugersdorp andifundisa ngayo, andenzela nganiksi, ayikho kum. Mna ndicela nethi babheka icele, nabantu bakho, ndiyakuhlonipha, akukho nto eniksi endifuna uthetha engalunganga. Sicela nethi incedo, sikwazi ulala, sivuke siye emsebenzini, sibhatale iservice njengobani nobani wase-South Africa. Ndiyabulela.
Laka ke Elias Makoy. Wasranta dumela. Bona, a tlo senya sepe. Ye ke platform ya today. Westland re almost 5 years. Re phela bophelo bo re bo phela. Mikhukhu e ne le tembo. Re na le Basotho ba di sama. Akere ba re ba bitsa di sama. Okay, mamela ge. Ke bo blanket man. Bo blanket man ba fika. Ba shula hatsa thengwe le nngwe. Ha rena maponesa mo Krugersdorp. Abate. Every morning ba chika mo khonembo. Ba go thabe, ba go connecta. E breakfast. Mo tshegare batla ba collecta lunch. Lady bata before ba chais, ba collecta dinner. Ka sarana maponesa. Mabane. A ka tluwa ka ntho tse di etsagetseng. Gona le ditopo tse di leng mo tlase ga di-shaft. Bana ba batho ba shwile. Ha re sa tsamaya monate, ha re safe. Wa go reka borotho o batla motho a go khapa. Bana ba rona ba safe, le rona re safe. Go tswa mo go paola ga taxi mo o ya go tlu. Ke problem. Rona re tshwantse re dule. Ha o lata maponesa ba go botsa gore bona ba kena kae. O kena kae o bereka mmereko wa setšhaba gore o protecte setšhaba. Guys, ke tsetse phone mo shopong ya Makula ka past 3 motshegare. Ha ba fetsa go etsa maponesa a feta ka re borra ba ntse phone. Ba ra go tshwana lo phela le bone. Wow. Anse monate thata. So ke ile ka bona gore no ga go monate. Ha rena maponesa. So rona ba dudi ba Westland ntwe ke go pakeng bona. Ha re tlo go bua re 1 2 3. Ha re sa eme ka maoto. Ra fixa bothata bo. Ha gona motho mo tlo bo fixa. Ha re lwane le motho, ga re bolai motho, re fixa bothata. Bo le gore maponesa ba pala ke go baka. Ha ambulance e bidiwa bosigo mo e tlamehile e tle le escort ha o founela maponesa ba re ba tshaba go tsena Westland bosigo ba re motshegare ba tsena go na le batho ba patrola dikoloi tse di patrolang Westland bosigo o ka se di bone ba re motshegare di teng mabane re thomile BBR ra kena swimming pool go kwa ke hostel ya Basotho ra tsena station Matwana station lo tlo gore ke re ra feta ka di-C ha re tsena go di-C ku C14 go eme mosimane mo gating a re mo a lotsene mama ka ke ngaka papa ka ke leponesa gore ke abuti a kitse ba montsha ra tsena ke go gabosa mazama ke go gabosa mazama re bolawa ke batho ba re dula le bone maponesa no ka se sebaka e re ke role le mpone ka se sebaka ba busy ba fota ke ole we are too much. Hey, I'm not afraid to huswa. Next. Risule already. Risule. Let us stand up and fight, guys. Amanda!
I want to thank you, Minister. I want to thank everyone who took their time to be in this place today. Thank you. My name is Pastor Maureen Lokonjo. Men of God, when you came here and spoke about how Ziklag was taken over, it pleased my heart because it is the same situation that happened in this area. We were taken over. Men came and took our places. I haven't been out for 2 years. A month ago, I went to the bank in Capitec because it was expired. I said, you know, I haven't been out. I'm surprised about the other things that are happening. I'm even surprised that people are no longer putting masks because I've been in their house. Said why? I said because I feared for my life. I'm a mother of 5 daughters. How do your children walk the street with all these people raping people's children? When my kids have to go to the mall, I must accompany them, put them there. When they finish, we are finished. Go, pick them up, come back. That's the life of the people of West Village. Yesterday, we received a call around 10 that there will be we must come out on the WhatsApp group. The amount of boys that I saw, Minister, there were a lot. And the question that came to me is, these young boys, it means they are not working. One of the CPF members, when he stood here, he said, they are under-resourced. Why are our kids not employed then? Mahalisbeck came, they said they are under-resourced, they don't have enough police. Why can't then we choose them into the force? Because they are sitting down, they are not working. We have young boys that were staying at the C-section that had to run away from their homes because they were targets of these people. Their mothers had to make sure that they part with their children. And on top of that, these kids are not working. If they go somewhere, you must also make sure that you provide for them where they are. It is a very situation that I also became a victim. One of my tenants was shot. I was in the kitchen when I had 2 shots. The man screamed first. He was a Bangladeshi. Yet he was a person. He came here because he has a need. He has a family that he had to fend for. The man died. I had to close that shop because every single day, I had to call the security. I had to call the police. Well, they have never let me down in that area, I would not lie, because they were forever there. The poor man died. We are living in fear. I fear most for men. When a man cannot secure or protect his family, it's the hardest thing that you can think of. I feared for my husband more than I could fear for myself. Because I could see the fear in my husband's head, but he cannot say it. He cannot actually verbalize it out because he's supposed to be a man. He's supposed to be there for us. You receive a call 2 o'clock in the morning. Some of the ladies, they know I'm a pastor. Mama, pray with us. They are outside our home. You kneel down, you pray. Your knees wobble with fear. Behind my house was a brothel. You see the number of, I stay on the Q road between Q and the C section. The amount of bushes that are there, they're staying there. You cannot take out your car out because they are there. They don't even fear anyone.
They don't care about us. It's like we are non-existent because we, the people then of the nation, we had to fear the people coming from out there. Mayor, I hear there will be spiritual counseling for people. Call men of God. And I would like to say to the men of God who have been praying, standing in the gap for this area, that it took the grace of God today that we see everyone here. It took sleepless night. I don't know when the last time I slept peacefully because I must be on my knees interceding and praying for this area. Praying that God, you are Jehovah. You have promised us you will never fail us, you will never forsake us. And I pray that this community will be one of the community that will be an example when it comes to patience. We were patient enough. And I know that it is not in vain that today we are gathered here. God has truly answered our prayers. And I also pray for ministers and all the officials. May God do you well. May you continue in this work that you are doing. And in your offices, may you execute all that you have been given. I pray for all of you. God be with Western. God be with West Village. And the people of Kagiso who has come out in the Manseville, who has come to support us. I say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Men of God, do not stop praying for this area. Pray for us. Pray for us. Amen.
Mama, hello. Sesi. Minister o tshwantse a arabe dipotso le setse le le bangatanyana le fitile pala. And then go na le tafole ka kontle go gona go re tlo tsayang dipotso tsa lona ko teng. Please, le tsaya sebaka le ga motho a le file le tsaya sebaka. No. Le fella go o swa to e grey le ntse le oketsega le oketsega. Do what I'm supposed to do.
Hang on, Amos. Can we agree about there are 17 now already? Can we be generous and say, can you cut this queue to 10 and 10 only? And take 2 minutes, please. But 10 and 2 minutes. Can we do that?
Okay. Nambulale tata uNdosi necrew yakho siyabulela kakhulu ukukho bakho uzosincede West Village. Apha wedinga ubukelwa yambofu. Ngihlala apha U181. Dinephafu khona ntata uNdosi. Mininzi imihlolo endiyivayo, mininzi imihlolo eyenzekayo kum. Babulalela abantu pha kum, bafa abantwana babantu. Ngenxa yobana kwafika amadoda amathathu wabesuthu. Bafika khona pha ethaveni, zange bathethe into eninzi, badubula abantu. Ndithetha ngento zamabhizinisi, asikwazi ukusebenza, asikwazi singabantu bamabhizinisi. Napha phezulu phaa kwankomo niyayazi bahlali. Abantu abasakwazi ungena bathengise bayoyika. Sisebaghdad or Afghanistan. Angiyazi sizokwenza njani. Asazi siyakhala baba Ndosi kuwe, siyakhala. Sibiza amapolisa athatha ixesha lawo. Ndifoteni mina ndi-owner phaa Bucky's Pub and Grill. Umisisi Mpofu phana ndiyakhalaza. Siyathengisa phana, siyabathengisela. Kubuhlungu njani ukuthi umuntu afike athi ngidla ukubulaya. Mawungenzi nathi ngidla ukubulaya, angiyana le language mina ngidla ukubulaya. Sizithini ngokuthina sothengisela abantu. Thengisela abantu kangitshele. Sithenze njani emhlabeni? Sesifile. Asenendaba. Thank you very much. Sicela enye into esicelayo. Abantu abasakwazi nokuya emakliniki bayarejwa apha kwezindlela. Baya emakliniki khona. Abantu labadoda lana abasayazi nembobo. Ukuthi fuze lezi zinto zabo basifake kweyiphi imbobo. Bafaka kwindoda namfazi. When sick and tired, imbobo zikuthi not amadodeni ethu.
much. Let me take this opportunity to thank you, Minister, Deputy Minister, the Commissioners, and all protocol observed. Let me greet you all in the name of our Lord Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Well, this is no longer a time bomb. Tsepo Maribe. I'm a pastor also here in West Village. This is no longer a time bomb. This is an explosion. And I trust and believe that much as we are gathered here, it's not just a PR exercise. Our concerns are going to be taken into consideration. I'm not going to be long. I'm just going to request from the Minister of Police, General Trele. Some few days back you were in Cape Town and you were receiving a memorandum from COSATU. I heard your explanation when you said that the number of police that we are having this year, it's less compared to the number of police we had in 2010. And that there are 10,000 who are trained and they will be dispatched into the communities. Now, as the people of West Village and West Rand, as you are going to dispatch those police, we ask and we plead with you. When we go to police stations, it's going to take time. Can you at least consider bringing the mobile police stations here or substations that is going to make sure that whenever we have our cries, we will be attended to on time. Number two, it's very sad when you read the news and you hear the general from Lesotho saying that we want the criminals back in Lesotho. Unfortunately, the government of South Africa does not want to release them to us. They are harboring them. It's a concern. When the general will stand up from Lesotho and said, we want our people, we want to come and prosecute them here, but it's unfortunate your government does not want to let them go. Something to think about. One more thing. General, you were placed there by God. Much as we voted, I know you are a man of the cloth. You were placed in that position. And all the ministers, even the president, they were placed in that position by God to serve the people of God. The problem we are having there, we cannot hear the cries of the people because we don't have time for God. We don't have time to seek God's wisdom in how to rule the people of God. We don't have time to seek guidance from God. We are depending on our own wisdom. I would urge all the leadership, this is the time to return back to God, seek for God's wisdom, and you will know how to rule the nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister, Deputy Minister, Commissioners, and everyone inside here. Minister, I've got a serious problem with your police. I am Zenzile Ngamakele from Kagiso. Minister, we've got serious problem with the police. I want to bring to your attention the Provincial Commissioner with the cluster command this year. To date, nothing has happened. Whenever I phone the General Mawela, he doesn't answer my calls. He doesn't come back to us. The police station of Kagiso is a shame to say the least. Some of your senior managers, the commissioners, are wearing uniform, but they mean nothing, to say the least. They are very pompous. They think as if they own in the police stations, which is very much impossible. It is time that the police, when we come to the police stations, let the constables and whoever is attending to you, let him not be a policeman, prosecutor, and the magistrate at the same time. much impossible, because sometimes when you come there, the policeman or woman will tell you that this case is but nothing. GBV at Krugersdorp doesn't exist. I can give you a case number now that it's still hanging since March. The case number is 535-03-2022. The lady opened a case and she was assaulted again whilst the case is still pending. She went to the police station. At the police station, the police, who think that they're owning everything, said to her, but there's no warrant of arrest with your protection order. Whose job is that to put on the warrant of arrest when the application for a protection order is given? The police cannot play as if they are too big than any other one. The Zamazamas, the police know exactly where they are. There is a place at Reed Valley 2 and 3 that is operating daily. The police vans of Krugersdorp usually went there to collect money. On the 15th of July, we had a funeral of my aunt at 2 and 3. We went to fetch some pots at extension 3. The police van was standing next to where the Zamazamas are busy doing their business. It's a shame, Minister. When you go to Mkandashi, there's a place where those people are coming from the bushes. The police vans of Krugersdorp goes to those people and only take those bags of sand from the guys and chase them away. That one, I've seen it with my eyes. I can take the police officers there to prove what I'm saying. Even the one of 2 and 3. The police knew very well about it, Minister. I humbly request, remove the provincial commissioner, remove the cluster commander. They are of no use. They are check collectors. I'm sorry to say it. Mr. Kekana is full of himself. He doesn't really have respect for anyone except himself, if he ever respects himself. But he's the worst commander on the West Rand. Please, remove him, Minister. Remove him. I humbly request you. The provincial commissioner, my matter, it's not even resolved till now. The case number that was given is GP 09/10/2021. GP 09/10/2021. I had a meeting where I complained to General Mawela about these two generals, General Kekana and General Masha from Proti, as well as the station commissioner of Krugersdorp, Brigadier Maduna. When I complained about the station commissioner of Krugersdorp and spoke to General Kekana, he said to me, go to the station commissioner. Minister, how can I complain to you about you? Is it possible? If I was not making a fool, and unfortunately I'm far from being a fool. I'm very clever in my mind, and I'm very sober at all times. Please, please, I humbly request, remove these people. Let better people come and prove their worth. They were not pinpointed to the positions. The positions were applied, and I think they applied. The people, the panelists, who appointed or recommended them for the post, if they should have been here now, listening to what is being said about them, they should have been very ashamed of themselves. Thank you.
Amanda! Good day, Minister. All the protocol observed. I'm not going to. Oh, my name is Temba Mashaba. Mashaba, yeah. I'm from here. I'm not going to speak a lot because they've already spoken. The concern has been, many people who have spoken here, they have spoken the concern that we have in this place. But what I want to understand, I want the minister just to give us, outline a system that can able to work for us here, because whatever that has been happening, we may gather today here, and then tomorrow they are gone, and then we go back to the square one. But we need a system that will work, a workable system, and that will be sustainable. And I want to again to say, we are asking the minister, please let us have a satellite police station here that can able to assist us. And because police are always saying they are afraid to, they cannot assist us. I once went to the police station and I was reporting and I said, I saw these guys, they are carrying guns. They said, no, go and deal with them. When you kill them, we'll back you up. And they said, go and deal with them, the police. I went to the police station here in Krugersdorp with my friend and said, we know where they are now with guns. And they said, no, go deal with them. And then after you have dealt with them, we'll back you up. They said, go deal with them. Yeah. So we have realized in this place, police have failed us. And I want to request and I want to demand the whole people, the whole police in Krugersdorp, they must be deployed somewhere else. And let us get other police from somewhere else to come and assist us here. Because we cannot live in this way. These people are taking Jojo every time in the expense of our life. They get that breakfast, lunch, dinner on our expense. There are a lot of people who have died and we've been quiet for quite a long time. That this place is okay, then that we will appreciate that. And also, we are asking that all these walls be closed, and let us this place be protected. We are asking that, we are begging you. We are asking because this is a concern. It's not something that we're just trying to have a political speech of saying we are going to do. We are tired of a political speech. We need something that will be workable, system that will be workable, that we are no longer being afraid to walk on the street of this place. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. Nonke otata, omama, abantwana, obhuti, osisi. I'd like to greet the Honorable Mr. Bekitele, the Honorable Councillor, the Mayor, and the Honorable Councillor Waiti Muleba. I am Nombulelo. I would like protected. Boldly so. because there was an incident. The Zamazama once stoned a boy from Boltonia nearly to death, and the mother throwed himself on the boy, and as a community, we came out, we went, with our councillor, Waiti Moleba, he was there engaging. Was there, we went to the homes. And we reported this to the Krugersdorp police station. Number 2, Mr. Bekitele, there was a boy in Boltonia who nearly drowned in the dumps, and he was rescued by the friends. And number 3, the Zamazama in Boltonia, they came in the park. Now we cannot use the park anymore, and our children are not playing in the park. We have mountains there, we have dams, we have a long grass. Kindly address that, Mayor. Way forward. Way forward. Mr. Bekitele, the way forward, I want to say the mental mind is the cause why we are here today. Boltonia during 2018 and 2019, as a committee, before our councillor Waiti Moleba became a councillor,
Mpakathi kancane nje ma nombulelo ngizocela ukuthi uqede ususichazele ngekhansela siyabonga sizokwazi ukuthi siphendule socela uqede ubuthe uzothatha 2 minutes usuthathe 7 minutes kodwa akekho umuntu oseke kwathiwa akaphume mnikeni nje yasale seqedela konje ukuthi no asimiyeka aqedele sizobuya into ayishoyo sizoyiphendula soyikhuluma sicela kanjalo qeda mamnombulele qedela sisi.
Mr. Bekitele, I was saying the mental mind is the cause of why we are here today. We engaged with the mental mind from 2018, 2019 as a committee, but they failed us. They promised a project for the community of which they failed. Now we are engaging the Amache mind and pen and mind, but we want to ask as Boltonia, coming with these minds. I want to check with you,
Ntate, Mem Nambulen, ke kopa o fetse tu. Minister must answer now.
I have 3 charges.
No. That is the last person who's coming to speak now. How many now? Okay, Papa, take your stage and you go back 2 minutes as a brief. How is it 2 minutes go for cut?
Good afternoon. Can you police our minister? Inginga yami ayibhekana nawo ibhekane no Mr. Gwele Mandasha, Minister Gwele Mandasha. Unfortunately akakhona. Mara ngoba ukhona wena ndosi siyabonga ukuthi ube khona. Mina igama nguZola Dlodlo. Ngibuye kwi-company ebizwa iPasmo Minerals and Energy. Thina siyi-company sa-applyela for i-prospecting right ngo-2016 for ukurehabilitate i-Princess Mine Dump ese-Davidsonville and sa-acceptwa njenge-company. And then after that, we got interdicted by a company called Grifo. And then in 2018, the DMRE regional office made the recommendations on our favor, and Grifo made an appeal on that. And in 2021, the DG, Mr. Mukwena, made a ruling in Grifo's favor, and we appealed the decision. And early this year, the regional manager, Mr. Vezi, made recommendations in our favor, and we are still waiting for the minister to make a decision. And this is frustrating us as a company and as a community. As a community foot, because each and everything is a Davidsonville. Angiyazi mina ngi-mining company angisinyi community yase Davidsonville, but sengisho ukuthi nami sengi-actor as a community ngoba bafonela mina each and every time bane-problem. Kune-drainage water ehamba kwi-park yabantwana lapha eDavidsonville ishise notshani, abantwana basakwazi nokudlala eparkeni lapha. Sikomplene kuyo yonke indawo, siyile ku-DMRE asithole uncedo, size sayana ku-Newsroom Africa uXolani Mbanjwa, whereas I was interviewing the community, was promised uXolani Mbanjwa ukuthi uzoyi-era i-case yethu till today. Ngizakababhalela i-email day before yesterday ngathi Mr. Xolani ngicela siyi-cancele le interview le airing because of the community yabuza, phela i-community yabuza, yayizona i-community. Cabanga-ke mina nguZola ngenanix yabuza, endoda usenabantu la be-TV wasithembisa ukuthi bazosinceda la, babi labantu bakho nawe ne-TV yakho. Sengithini mina kula bantu, ngiyafona Xolani Mbanjwa, Xolani akasabamba ama-calls ami manje. So ngicela sincedwe kakhulu. Mina into engizokubonga ngayo bawuNdosi nawe baMawela, ngibonga ukuthi khona manje esayitini yethu amazamazama wasekho aboshiwe, mara ngiyazi azobuya. Phela lapha ngina 6 years ngisebenza lapha, kune-same bantu engibaziyo kwamazamazama. Lo muntu sesiyazana mina naye kanje. Ngiyazibuza ndoda usebenzela abantu, angitshela akusebenzela umuntu oso, uhamba ngemoto eso, ohlala endaweni eso. Ngizibuza into yokuthi amaphoyisa njengoba ungitshela le-information ukuthi amaphoyisa wayazi lento wena ongitshela yona ukuthi wena usebenzela abantu. Ngiyazibuza into njengale, siyacela sicela uncedo kakhulu Mr. Ndosi. Phela thina siyikhampani esinelayisensi asikhona ukusebenza. Abantu abadlayo lapha amazamazama, thina sithi sibukela amazamazama edlela nje. Bagubha itrati benza konke, khona istrati leso sibuya from eMain River esijika la ngase-Richie Yard esingenele eDavidsonville, asekho leso strati, sivaliwe ngoba amazamazama sigubhile istrati asisa-operate. Siyacela uncedo kakhulu please.
My name is All right. My name is Onkabezi Moahi, and I'm a community member from Bukhari Junction, just about 5 kilometers from here, and also an official from a trade union called FAUSA, the Financial Sector and Allied Workers Union of South Africa. First and foremost, Ndosi, let me thank you and your team for being here. If you were somebody else, you wouldn't be here following the Cameroon Cape Town incident. You would have hidden somewhere. But clearly you are not a coward. You came out to stand up for your work. Without any waste of time, I'm going to speak on 5 points, but in 2 minutes. Firstly is around the issue of crime prevention. Those we've got a problem. You find that our police vans are parked over the weekend from Friday until Sunday at somebody else's house. You find a Kempton Park police van, just as an example, I'm not saying that, parked somewhere in the community within Kagiso. You wonder for that whole weekend, are they not in short of vehicles at that particular station and area? Because now our police officers are using the state vehicles as their own cars. And it cannot be. I mean, if, for example, there are a lot of cars at that particular police station, such that somebody feels that they are entitled to use it for their personal issues, rather take that van and take it elsewhere, where it will be put to good use. That's what I'm asking. And still under the issue of resources, Commissioner, I think the people have spoken with regard to the officers who are working in particular areas for longer periods. You'll find that the person has been at one police station for more than 10 years. That is why they get used to the community. They are friends with them. Now, when it's time to fight crime, they cannot do that because these are their friends. In fact, in the olden days, police officers used to stay in barracks, but today they stay amongst us and they even use these vehicles to go home. If you cannot afford to have your own car as a police officer, rather stay at the barracks. You need to revitalize that, Commissioner. That is under crime. Under Home Affairs, Minister, I've got members who are employees of Bosasa, Lindela, just 100 meters from here. We lost a member who was brutally murdered by these blankets guys 2 months ago. That was in May. And up until today, we haven't had anything. He was murdered by the blankets guys, the Basutu guys who are around here. And up until today, we haven't had anything. The same way as we haven't had anything with regard to all other criminal activities that took place here. And Mr. Commissioner, I'm saying we are sitting on a ticking time bomb at Lindela Repatriation Center because those guys are actually responsible for keeping the illegal immigrants who are due to be deported. Now the question is, when are we gonna see a situation whereby those other illegal immigrants who are outside are gonna ambush that particular place, attack our people, kill them, and open for their fellow brothers? So before something of that nature happens, I think it's high time that Department of Home Affairs, Department of Correctional Services need to consider beefing up the security at that particular facility, because our people are working as just mere security officers, but they are doing a lot. With regard to Home Affairs, I had a matter at the CCMA, I'm not going to give much details, where the very same company was arguing that no, the number of illegal immigrants at Lindela Repatriation Center is very, very low. How can it become low, whereas the number of the illegal immigrants crossing our borders every day is actually tripling every day? It cannot be. Now, clearly, there is something wrong. And I'm saying, as Home Affairs, you need to do your work, make sure that those people are arrested and deported, not arrested only to be let again free within our communities.
2 minutes is over.
No, it's the last minute, ma'am. With regard to the issue of minerals and energy, I echo the sentiments of our fellow comrades who said, Comrade Gwede was supposed to be here addressing us. Because we are here today, it is because of the Department of Mineral and Energy. Because they failed to hold these mining companies responsible for the rehabilitation of the mines. They left them, hence these criminals saw an opportunity. So I think it's high time that all those mine companies, the Anglo Golds, needs to be held accountable as well. They need to come and actually pay. And lastly, the border management. I think it's high time, Commissioner, let the international relations make sure that we close all the gaps. These people are not, roaming freely in our country. Whoever is here, we must know. And as employers, make sure that you don't employ illegal immigrants, because you are the ones who are exacerbating the situation. We are fighting day and night. Companies are employing people who are illegal immigrants. Tomorrow, they kill the very same employers, and you can't run into the police. Thank you, Commissioner.
Good afternoon. I want to speak to the issue of solutions. I hope by the end of the day today, as the minister is here, I want to speak to the issues of solutions. What solutions are we going to have as we have got Imbizo namhlanje ubaba uNdosi ukhona sicela ukuthi masisuka namhlanje kule inhlangano sikiyo sibe lama solutions, not only solutions but sustainable solutions, because ubaba uNdosi usibonele he has been on the ground, ubaba uMawela has been on the ground, ubaba uShilo uNdosi wathi badelela la mazamazama. They are carrying guns of war, these zamazamas. I hope ubaba uNdosi, I plead with him to listen to what the people, the community is saying on the ground. If the community of Soweto is saying these people who killed Dudiane, they are carrying AK-47s, he must listen to what the community is saying. If the people of West Village are saying Amazamazama, they are carrying big guns, he must listen to us. Then we need the army, Babandos. Umsebenzi we-army, because these people, they've got firepower which equals to the army. What puts on the ground so that they can deal with these Zamazamas. They're carrying heavy weapons. They've got grenades. They've got bombs. These people, they are in war. They're carrying weapons of war, these people, Babandos. They need people with weapons of war. Please, bring the army. Speak with the Minister of Defense, Umama, Umodise, Ukurume the Minister of President, Ramaphosa. Please, facilitate the army. We are here, Father. These people, they are going to kill all of us. They are carrying weapons of war. They need the army, which is carrying the weapons of war, which is going to equal the firepower which they are having. Please, say hello, Baba.
My name is Crown Mohoti. I'm a resident of this village. May I extend my to the minister, Begitele, the general, and the mayor of Krugersdorp. All protocol observed. I am resident of this place. A lot has been said. And exactly what these people are saying is the truth. We have a tambo here, and under the name of the these people are putting our lives in jeopardy on a daily basis. Our kids can't even go and play anywhere. It has been said. I look to lots of things that has been said, but my request, because this thing happened, for the minister, I call him privately, the minister. I call him on my own presentation. He's Umavela. He's everywhere. Every time he's called.
And we hope that it's not only for West Village alone, but for the rest of the places which are having the same kind of problem. The other thing, let me just say before I just say a few things here. Minister, use your authority, your power. The mayor knows exactly my concern. Today here, the first time you came here, you were in an open space. Now today, it shows that no, you have come to a village or a suburb or a place. We've got this tent. Can you use your authority to tell them that this place stay like this until they build us a hall? Please, Minister, please, on behalf of our people here, so that we can have a place to come together and start, strategizing on whatever we want. We don't have a place, and then few people, when we come here, the people can't come because they don't know really what is happening. But if you've got a hall, then you are going to be able to do. Now, what I want to say here is that we are asking, alluding to a lot of things that have been said by previous speakers. We need a permanent solution for this place and for others, but particularly West Village. We need a permanent solution. We need things to be done properly. Second, this place, when I came here 7 years ago, almost 8 years ago, the first day I came here, when I was moving from where I was, I put in few things into the house, and I told my son to keep rent laces. The rent laces people who are custodian of this place in some ways, they need to come on board. They need really to come and help us. Because we've got, for example, we've got a building here, they call it a BBR. And this one, they call it a swimming pool, crossing to come to West Village. It's not, this place, besides, it's a health hazard to us. Health hazard. When it's windy, the whole West Village is white. The whole place is smeared with this scent on daily basis. So our kids, little ones, they are suffering. Sometimes we don't know. Some other sicknesses that they have is through this thing. We are asking the minister and those responsible, please do something about it.
Drop-in center called Batuboto Community Drop-in Center. Kina ke be ke hostile batho ba 2019 ba ba khulugama 2019-2020 be ba dutse ko nna personal security dutula ka go rapela le batho ba mola swimming pool le ba BBR mara today masipala umpulela gore ke kolata 80,000 batho be ba tlhapa ba tsanna bona no ke broke ke na mix be ke ba fita go segolo mothegare masipala gore ke mokolota 80,000 ya metsi le di-services mokhansela a sanga a re ke a leboga batho ba o tshware batho ba bantle a sanga a 2019-2020 till today ne a soke le batho ba masipala it was a disaster but they were eating my money ba duli jara yo yotlhe ba itsanna bona ngwa ke na le ka sente mokhanselara wa ka a tsanga a tla re danki ene be ke kopa gore le bana ba sekolo a ba safe ke kopa ntle le romele vene e gate bana go ya sekolong mola Westranta le go boya after school ka re batswadi ba bona ba na tšhelete ya transport ke kopa ntle go senda vene go tseni khape bana ba ya sekolong le mo ba gutla sekolong bana no bana ba rena ba traumatize mola Westranta ba ya sekolong ba dutse ko magae ya leboga
andinibulise nonke
igama lam simameleni ndosi banexhala igama lam Walter Blackie from A2 Red Valley extension 2 and 3 lapho izamazama zi-operate ziyathetha umalima wathi makuvulwe ibhoda ngoku bekufanele naye azoyinqanda le nto makazoyinqanda naye ngoba uyenzile ngoku namhlanje sisengxakini ngoba umalima uthe mazivulwe ibhoda abantu bangene so ke ngoku naye bekufanele asixelele ukuthi siyenze special uzowubhatala neteksi futhi ukuthi ukutya kube njani manje besicela ukuthi nansi enye futhi endifuna ukugqibela ngayo. The issue about police, tackling this issue alongside communities, and the issue about communities, consortium that submitted a proposal of the municipality. The bigger problem is not this Zamazama, but the greater fish of white imperialism, which is Zamazama, work for, because they sell that gold to them. They like 80 million. So then city can go, Kulondole, Mayor, we want a lease agreement in our country, in our land, so that we can provide our business. We want to open our own business without somebody come and give us whatever he give us. Because they open the spaza, they sleep inside the spaza. Akuseko nabantu aba-inspector yole spaza. Balala, bavuka, basiphakela, akho nto loo nto leyo. Sicingeleni, otherwise, if you are not doing that, you lose the vote. I'm telling you, you must do the right thing for us. We want to provide our community by ourselves. Ngokwethu sivule ishop abantu bathenga kube easy kube cheaper na petrol nayo dosi nithethani ngayo niyasibulala yona le petrol niyasibulala sithulanga ningaboni sithule so niyasidla kakhulu thethani ngale petrol ngerandi manyuka ngemali eninzi izoyehla ngerandi ayehla and futhi asitholi increase emsebenzini mayongezo no makulungiswe lento ndisho ukuthi kwi-policy conference nisilungisile zonto ndosi funeka ilitha yepetroli ibe yi-16 rand or 10 rand ingabi 26 rand manje nithi sihambe ngenyawo thina kufola kancane nini nje nizoqabela thina we are nothing as community sihamba ngenyawo noba bendizama amadoda ngiyacela inkosi ndiyabulela.
Thank you so much. My name is Imbizo. I'm coming from the famous area that is called Severite Street. I said I cannot keep quiet. We have a big problem there, Minister. Severite Street in Krugersdorp. It's a famous area, they call it Lagos. It's Lagos because that's where Nigerians are. That's where the drug dealing is. And, Minister, our problem is police. Not all police are bad, not all of you. But most of you are a problem in our society. And when we see one police taking bribe, all of you does to us. They take bribe there, day and night. Their cars are parked in the brothels there. I mean the state vehicles. They are parked in the brothels. There is a place that is called Richmond Court. That is where prostitution, drug dealing is taking place, and police are also buying there. The cars are parking there. The board, minister, body of women, those women are so abused, minister. We saw 8 girls here that were on TV, that were abused by Sotos. We say we have the same problem there of ladies that are abused daily by these Nigerians in front of the police, by the way. After that, they will shake hands and they will go to the cars and they are giving money in front of us. I can tell you their names also, minister, of those police. My house is right opposite Richmond Court. What I'm talking about, I did not read it on Krugersdorp News. I'm seeing it live, day and night. I went to report a crime on the 1st of January, midnight, at the police station. Luckily, I got Ntate Kekana there. He was busy, I'm a shop steward, minister. He was busy there telling the police about leave days, that he's the one who's supposed to grant them leave days. They must apply for it. At that moment, I'm there. I want to report crime. And he told the police, by the way, those who wanted to assist me. And he was so rude towards me. That police, the police Kekana, she was with a lady, there were 2. But the one who was speaking was Kekana. And I asked him, who are you? And he even showed me, proudly so, the badge that he's Kekana. And he thinks that police station belongs to him. And he is mistaken. Out of my salary, that Kekana, okay. 10,000 is taken out for tax. That is paying you. And you think that police station is yours. And it does not belong to you. It is a public space. And the vans, they are ours. They belong to us. He said to the police, you must not take this woman with your car back home. I said, no, I'm driving my own car. I came here with my own car. I'm here to report crime. So, minister, more than being abused by men around us, we are abused by these men in uniform. We are killed by them. Imagine if I was not driving back home and walking towards Wentworth Park on foot. And Minister Kekana has given an instruction that I must not be taken home midnight. I have a car, but the next woman does not have one. What about that woman who is going to get raped on the way home after reporting crime? And you're telling us, minister, that we must report crime, by the way. Where? Where do we report crime? We are angry, minister. I'm angry. I'm raising a girl child. And I'm angry and I hate Kekana. Because Kekana tomorrow will do that to my child. I hate him. I will not forget his name. I hate that guy. Kekana. I hate him. But we are here, minister, today. And we are not here to speak on the mic. I'm a pastor. I do speak on the mic on every Sunday. I am here to tell you, minister, we are watching you. Deputy Commissioner, you are a woman.
abused by the same men who are supposed to protect us. And most of these men are police. They're policemen. We are tired. We are tired. I'm working for the government. That's what he didn't know. This guy cannot die. I hate him so much. He didn't know that you don't have to know me for you to give me a decent service as a man in uniform. We went to the office of the speaker, by the way, and we told him, close these flats in Silverlight. These flats that Nigerians are hijacking, close them. People here are living in poverty, they don't have houses. Convert these flats into RTPs so that people have decent place to stay. Even today, they didn't do that. She just said, I will protect you and Sylvia. And said, I don't need protection. I will protect myself. But what about other women that cannot protect themselves?
Your 2 minutes is over.
Minister, please, assemblief. Sorry, I'm so hurt. I'm angry, and I want ministers to see that women in Western are angry. And we shall do things that are unspeakable if you don't intervene.
Thank you.
Nature of what we do. Only the SAPS.
Hello? Okay. Sizothola a response from our questions that you've been asking in the comments from Musa, Imbizo, and Mineral and Energy. Thank you.
Asibonge Program Director, Ngqongqoshe Ndosi, Nosigela, Commissioner, Worship, Asibulise, Kukuba Dumedisa Batuli Black, Dumela. Ke Musa Mabuza, ke Mududu wa Mona Krugersdorp. These are lived experiences that I don't think anyone cannot listen to. I'm actually trembling as I'm standing here. ke di messages tse ke di utlwileng ke a nahana hore di ngata tse ding tse re sa di utlwang. Sample ene re thotseng e a hlalosa hore o etsahala eng. Ntate Mantashe o itse o nromile ke se mong, o nromile le ba bang ba department. Nna ke CEO ya Council for Geoscience. Council for Geoscience ke entity ya lefapha. Ke tsamaya le Dr. Khoza o teng mona ke sebetsa le yena. Empa ho tswa lefapeng ke na le mme Nqobile Khanyile ke kopa o eme mme ba o bona. Ke tlo mmitsa a hlalose one of the questions. Ke tsamaya le ntate Shadrack Nkuna, mme Khanyile ke Chief Director ya Compliance Enforcement. Ke na le ntate Shadrack Nkuna, ntate Nkuna o teng le yena o ke o emeletse. O re romile he ntate Mantashe le entity e nngwe hape, Mintech. O teng Dr. Papo. Dr. Papo e a go kene ba gore o ska phamisa le kantle ba dudi aba nontsepa rote. Ke a tseba hore meya wa Nkuku ke a motshepa. Hlaella ngaka atamela ba o bona. Jwale ke o he phamisa letsogo o ba dumedise ntate. Ke o ke ngaka he ba ruteile batho bana ba tlisetsa di solution ka thuto ena. Jwale le tona le re lutlile bohloko haholo ho bona ntwe ena etsahetseng mona. Ibile o re bitsitse re le Council for Geoscience le Mintech le di officials tsa lefapha. A re ho rona hoba Mintech ena ya ngaka e ke beileng mona ke bona aba feeling responsibility ya rehabilitation. A re ke batla o lo sebetsa le badudi ba West Rand. O prioritize the wholes of West Rand. In fact, stop every other hole that you are closing and focus on mid-rand. So I plead, committee one minister, West Rand. Ogune red la population. Ek pasamiso e randel tisheli bantengete. West Rand, hauna di mai di mid-rand. Kibile poso, le military Lentware, West Rand, hauna mai di mid-rand. There's no mind to close in mid-rand. Are huruna, Minteki, prioritizer, West Rand, sebeta, libatuti ba West Rand, hore li contribute ho address a problem ena. Jwale o itse ka kope go ha Minteki fihla mona. Le tshware ka letsogo le ba bontshe hore matata a kae, matata maholo a kae, which areas to prioritize. Ke kopo ya letona ya pele. Ya bobedi ke hore sala re fa research ya hore e etse Council for Geoscience. Hoba ke a nahana hore le mone minister ntsa bua hore ntwena e bitswang ka dizamazama ke illegal mining. Hoba re na le molao in this country. Ntole ntho etsahalang outside of molao ha e molao. Jwale a re sebedise tsebo ya rona ya geosciences ho bona hore na rona re ka contribute jwang ho thusa ho fumana solution to this problem that we have. It's a national crisis. Jwale I'm very proud to develop a tool e kgonang ho track not only the explosions but the movement of zamazamas. Jwale re tla ba bona pele le ba bona re kgona ho tsebisa Ntate Ndosi hore ke ba tsa mo ba tshware. solution ya science hore re kgone ho lokisa ditaba. Mathata a na le wa shebileng e re a shebileng re le setjhaba. E nngwe ke nahana hore bohlokwa haholo hore context is always very important. Now, we have been a mining country for over 150 years. And in that 150 years, when many of these mines that are here, there was no law that required rehabilitation. Now, the democratic government inherited over 6,000 mines and mine holes of legacy in character, for which there is no environmental rehabilitation. This notion of environmental rehabilitation provision is a new notion that comes with the democratic government. So now if you cut from the introduction of the MPRDA in 2004 to today, only mines that are administered under the MPRDA actually have and are required by law to provide for environmental rehabilitation. Anything that was open before 2004, there is no environmental rehabilitation provided for. Now, the state has done some work, firstly to quantify the extent of the problem of the legacy mines. I did say there are over 6,000 of these things in the country. We have also gone further to put a figure to it, to say if we were to rehabilitate and the state were to assume responsibility for rehabilitation, it will require to spend over 60 billion rand. Where are we going to get 60 billion rand when we have all the kinds of problems that we have? But rehabilitation and prioritize we shall. And so we developed a rehabilitation strategy which includes prioritization of these sites. There are those that are high priority, and there are those that are medium priority, and there are those that are low priority. And priority is linked to the risk. And I can tell you that all of yours here are high in priority. I'm going to give you some statistics for Gauteng alone. So, in Gauteng alone, indeed what the minister reported was not wrong. There are 146 mines that were closed in Gauteng. That is a fraction of the total figure I've given you. Of course, if the mine next to you is not closed, you will feel aggrieved, and correctly so. And you will be angry and take a mic and say the minister is lying. No, he's not. That's number one. 146 were closed in Gauteng alone. In our priority rating, 204 of these mines are very high in priority. And a large concentration of them are in the West Rand and the Far West Rand. 204 of those. 39 are medium priority. And 342 are low in priority. Okay. So, almost I can say that I have noted some of the comments that were made, and in particular in respect of Uba Bushosho, who had registered a concern about the application that he made for Princess Dams to treat it. I don't know the processing of applications, but since Minister has sent me here to represent him, I have taken note on all those matters that relate to minerals